I challenged them. Wasn't real fond of the tempo yesterday, and challenged them, and we got better today. I think the 2 days off that they kind of had Sunday and Monday, they came out a little sluggish yesterday, and today they picked it back up.
Coach, now that you're getting prepared for Toledo and the reality is really starting to set in that there's a game not far away, I mean, just what you've seen from the guys, attention span, kind of effort, it just seemed different today than yesterday.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I mean, like I said, I think the coordinators and their position coaches all challenged them, but yesterday was a little sloppy, as did I, and just kind of a wake-up check. I mean, it's here. We only got so many days left to prepare, and we got a quality opponent coming in. And we need to make sure we're ready. So, like I said, I think they responded the right way. We need to work. We need more days. You know, we're gonna utilize them, but it looked like a team that was preparing the right way today.
Are you full bore kind of installation now with game plan?
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna do a whole lot different than what we've been doing in camp anyway. You know, it's really more about narrowing down than it is game planning. We just want to throw stuff out that we're not going to run, so that they can focus on maybe a little bit more specific call sheet. And that's really what we've done on both sides. We kind of took half the playbook or 3/4 of the playbook, said it's not going to get called this week. These are the things we're going to do, so they can have kind of a laser-like focus. And I think that's helped, especially the guys that haven't been here very long. You know, that are new to what's going on. That should help the quarterbacks tremendously. Just think about a few things as opposed to the whole playbook.
How difficult is it to get prepared for this Toledo team with not much knowledge about what they're going to do?
It's hard. You know, physically they're going to be really good, and their O-line is probably averages about 6'5", 300, and the running back's going to be one of the best we see all year. But we really don't know what they're going to do. There's so many new bodies involved in terms of the game planning aspect. You know, are they going to stay with Toledo stuff? Are they going to bring in new stuff? Same thing on defense. There's a difference between the coordinator and what they've done in the past. So I think we'll take the first game approach we always do, try to be good at what we do, try to minimize our mistakes, have a game plan that gives us answers for several things, and then hopefully that, you know, as the game progresses, we can adapt to whatever maybe we see that's different.
As you kind of get ready to, you know, get closer to game day, I mean, as this thing progresses and you start to ramp it up, I mean, what are your main concerns?
Well, just inexperience on offense, as anything, and then defensively, I mean, they're going to be big, and just physically they'll probably be bigger than us across the board, and we know the tailback's as good as we're going to see, so it's a challenge, and the unknown of what are we going to leave guys uncovered, adjust to motions and formations that maybe we've not seen on film, just the unknown, and how quickly can we adapt to that. That's the same in any, you know, game one, but with an opponent like you got and the unknowns, that's a huge challenge.
The fact that you're opening at home is, I mean, it's obviously a bonus, no travel involved, but the atmosphere may be a little bit of distractions. I mean, maybe everybody
playing at home is not a distraction. Playing at home is a bonus. We're expecting it to be packed. I mean, we keep talking about sellout. It'd be nice to be the first sellout in forever, as far as I know, and we need it to be that way. So it's not a distraction. Our guys feed off that. We love to play at home every week. You know, I love the fact that they've got to come to our house. We played there last year, and I think our crowd is way different than that. And so we want to make it hostile and uncomfortable for them when they get here.
Anybody miss practice today?
Miss practice, you know, Swally was out for part of it, and Berg is still out, but everybody else was back rolling. Berg looks better, and Swally was just out temporarily. He should be fine tomorrow. Everybody else should be ready to go.
As far as you know, everybody should be good.
Yeah, we're not expecting anybody out, you know, physically, unless we have an injury between now and then. And we're doing some maintenance, but by Friday we should be at 100%, with the exception of, you know, Lee Park guys we already knew, Jamar's Hart, those guys, but everybody else should be ready to go.
Are you at liberty yet to comment on some of the new bodies that are in camp?
I probably would if I knew who some of them were.
Linemen, for example.
Oh, yeah. You know, we've got Leonard Bonner and Tyrell Reed are both two big guys. You know, neither one of them are eligible to play this year. We wanted to get them in here and get their bodies ready and get them into spring. You know, we're looking ahead at 7 seniors leaving the program, and we want to be able to have spring practice, and we want these guys to be in the program long enough to learn and be with Shadid. So the opportunity presented itself to get them in here now and start working on their bodies so that in the spring they got a chance to really compete. And so it just turned out good for us in that way. They are two big humans, aren't they?
With the quarterback competition like it is, I mean, it seems like maybe it's kind of paring itself down a little bit. I mean, is it going to be one of those things where you name a starter next week?
Nope,
or?
Sure not. We're going to play them both. They're going to play, and what order they play may change from time to time. But we really settled on the fact that both these guys are going to play. At times I've seen where Justice has gone out with the first group, and Vortic was right behind him. The last couple of days, Vortic's gone out with the first group, and Justice has been right behind him. That's the plan. I think as much as they both like to use their feet, at any point you could have a helmet come off, you could get the breath knocked out of you, you could get a ding. The other one's got to be ready to go. And the great thing is the way they've worked together, it's pretty seamless, changing from one to the other. And we just think it's going to make us stronger by having them both available. Neither one of them have had experience with us, so any series, any rep they can get, it's going to make them better whenever that time comes that they're called on.
Do you see that continuing long term, or do you think?
As long as it works. As long as it works. I've done it before, so has Buster, and we've had success. I think the personality of the guys is a big factor on how they work together, and these guys have made it possible to do that. So we're going to do it as long as we can effectively win games that way, or unless one of them just separates themselves in a way where it just doesn't make sense anymore. But that hasn't happened. And I think we got to take the best approach, and to me, that's the most proactive approach for the foreseeable future. When a guy happens to go down or misses a series.
All right, I know you got to be happy now that you're prepping for another opponent and fall camp is behind you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited, man. Sitting out there last year, man, it was kind of hard, but I stayed humble, done what was right.
I got to ask you, obviously that experience of sitting out a year, it's not easy, not easy at all. And now here you are 9 days from finally getting back on that football field and competing in the Division I game. I mean, just your thoughts on that.
Man, it was hard last year, man, but I went down there, gave it my all. I really just done what's best for the team, not being selfish and all that. Really gave them a good look.
This group, that defensive line group that you guys have is deep, and everybody can rotate in and out. Just talk about that group and what kind of havoc you're going to wreak.
Man, we got a really deep group, man. All us can do the same thing, but what Coach Early doing, we got a lot of run stop, we got a lot of good pass rushers. He just rotate us in, keep fresh legs.
Do you like where you guys are at this point?
Oh man, I really like it where we at. I feel like we ready, but we still got some, little stuff to work on.
Well, I was going to ask you that as you guys get ready to finish up and get prepared for Toledo, what do you feel like maybe some of the biggest things you guys need to do on defense as you do get prepared?
Communication. Communicate a little more. Then we all be on the same page.
Coach Anderson was talking about this, the size of the O-line of Toledo. Are y'all not really focused on that, just focus on yourselves? Like, let us worry about us doing what we do best and let the chips fall.
That's what I've been, focused on all my whole life. I really don't worry about what other people are doing. I got to do what's best for me and do what, that's going to make me play my best and help the team out.
Have you thought about what it's going to be like now that you get to hit the field on a week from Friday?
I'm just blessed, man. Just ready to play.
Mr. Sanders there.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, Kendall, how excited are you to get prepared for Toledo and have fall camp in the rear view?
I'm extremely excited.
All right, and then, as you get ready for Toledo and actually get back on a football field, play the game of football, just your thoughts leading up to that and finally getting back on the field.
I'm just excited and happy to be here and have my new teammates, my new brothers, and just play the game that I love.
How tough was it for you to lay out as long as you had to?
It was tough, but I just knew I had to keep working.
How much did it help you being able to come in, get to know the guys, even though you weren't able to practice before fall, but to get to know everybody, understand the system, and it seemed like a seamless transition for you in the fall camp?
It helped a lot because at first I was always wondering, like, oh man, because I was trying to hurry up and get here so I can just learn the playbook and so it won't be overwhelming. But coming in early and getting to know them and showing them my work habits and actually helping them with some of the stuff that I learned in my years and just coming together, and it just helped me get closer to my teammates.
For you, Kendall, you guys, I was talking with Dee about how thick their bunch is. Your offensive side of the ball, you guys got a ton of playmakers.
Yeah.
How much does that help a guy like yourself? Because, I mean, really, defensively, they can't focus on one of you.
Yes, they cannot. I love it. It makes everybody have to compete every day. We're making each other better because the person is, just because he names you as a starter doesn't necessarily mean that you're a starter. So you can't just take on that role because the person that's behind you, the person that's behind me is extremely good. He's as well as good as me. So I feel for the opponent, honestly.
Well, and it's one of those deals, too. You guys got 2 quarterbacks, and it looks like you're going to be playing with 2 quarterbacks. Being able to do that, like as a receiver, because I know getting chemistry with a quarterback, it seems like with both of them, you guys have adapted well to both of them.
Yes, we have. And that just comes with they know how to play the game. They're extremely good, too, and we just click. We all just come out here to compete, and we all on one mission, and it just helps when everybody's on one mission.
From your position as a receiver, what are you expecting to see from Toledo's defense next week?
Well, from watching film, I expect to be manned up. They play physical, and I would love for them to try to play man on us. But that's all I'm seeing right now.
For you, the short time that you've been here, it seems as if you have already taken a leadership role. It seems like some guys have gravitated towards you. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, since I am one of the oldest ones out of my bunch.
You don't have a walk or anything, but you are one of the older ones.
Yeah. But yeah, since I'm the oldest in my bunch, they seem to just look up to me, and then just because I've experienced a lot and I'm able to talk and voice it to them not better than my coach, but since we're on the same age level, like we're peers, I can come to them like we would want to be talked to, and like I'm like the second voice, and they respect me for it.
Have you been able to maybe kind of visualize and put in your mind running out on this field a week from Friday, getting back on the field, taking on Toledo with a packed house?
Yes, I do it every night. I before I lay down, I always, as soon as I close my eyes, I automatically dream about it.
All right. Well, Blake, it seems as if the transition to tight end has been good, and well, now you're the guy.
Yes, sir.
How does that feel?
I mean, it feels good. I just gotta still stay humble, you know. Just because I got the spot now doesn't mean, you know, I gotta start working. I still gotta improve for the better benefit of our team.
It seems like to me probably the biggest challenge for you in making that move was the blocking aspect of things. How has that come along throughout fall camp, and where do you feel like you're at with that?
First it was just a mentality, but then once I got the mentality down, I was like, oh, I gotta come with it. And then after the mentality, it became the technique. So now I'm just trying to perfect my craft, the technique and everything, first steps and everything.
In talking to Kendall, we talk about how deep that offensive side of the ball is. I mean, you guys got a ton of weapons.
Oh, yeah, we got plenty.
And in your case, I mean, obviously that's going to free you up a lot. Maybe down the middle, you're going to be matched up a lot with linebackers. As a former wide receiver, I can see you smile pretty big about that.
Yeah, I love mismatches. I don't feel like any linebacker can cover me.
Well, and for you guys, as an offense, going against this defense every day, I mean, just the effect that has on you guys going against one of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like we're the best defense in the nation. And so me catching, you know, even just small passes here and there, even big passes against them, I just take it so much far because I know these guys, this is the best team, best defense we're going to go against all year. So.
With having the 2 quarterbacks like you guys have, I mean, how has that been adapting? It seems like you guys have transitioned pretty well to having really what is a 2 quarterback system at this point.
It's just, I love it. I love it because, you know, Freddie, he wasn't able to just sling the ball as well as he wanted to, but these guys, you can't be lazy on routes or anything. Each one, Chad, he's going to throw it. If he don't throw it, he running it far. Justice throwing it, he running it far. So I love it. I love the competition between those 2.
How excited are you guys now that you're actually preparing for game 1 and you can actually see the light in the distance?
Oh, we love it because, man, just practice, knowing there's no game, you know, it kind of gets old, but now we're just practicing. Now we know we have something to accomplish. We have something to move toward. So we're just excited, ready to hit somebody else other than ourselves.
Good.